Question 20. We've been given three values here. X is 3, Y is 8.37, and Z is 5.3. And we've been told what these numbers have been rounded to, correct to. That tells us straight away, without even looking at the question beyond, that we're going to be dealing with bounds of some sort. Now, if you just write down the upper and lower bound for each of these numbers straight away, you will get a mark in the bag before you even look at the formula itself. I'm just going to talk about the main way of doing this, but there are some backups that can help you. We have here x times, in a bracket, y minus z, and we are looking to try and get the biggest number possible, the upper bound for this. So we want the biggest answer that this can give us. In any multiplying sum, we want to make sure that each part is as big as possible if we want as big an answer. So x needs to be as big as possible. We want the upper bound of x, definitely. The bracket here, the y take away z, we want that answer to be as big as possible. If we are starting with a number like y, we obviously want it to be as big as possible if we want our answer to be as big as possible. Therefore, we're looking for the upper bound of y. However, we are then taking away a number. When we're taking away a number, we do not want it to be as big as possible. The bigger the number is if we take it away, the smaller the answer is, and vice versa. The smaller the number we take away, the bigger the answer will be. So we're basically looking for the upper bound of x and y, and we're looking for the lower bound of z before we even begin. So for our number of 3, we have the number 3, the number that comes after it is 4, the number that comes before it is 2. We're looking for the upper bound, which will be 3.5. For the second number, 8.37, the number that would come after that is 8.38. The number that would come before that is 8.36, because these are the three significant figure numbers either side. And our upper bound here will be 8.375. And lastly, 5.3, the number that comes after it is 5.4, and the number that comes before it is 5.2, giving it 5.25 as the lower bound. I then substitute these numbers in and type down at the calculator, and I am going to get our upper bound. So that there will be the sum. When I type down at the calculator, I get 175 over 16. That's what the calculator will give me. Now, the question doesn't say anything about rounding, so that you can leave as a fraction, or you can write that as a decimal. The fact that this decimal terminates, I'd be inclined to leave it like that. I wouldn't round that. That technically is the biggest that it can get, and because it doesn't go on forever and ever, you should really write that down. But really, the fraction or the decimal, either way, that is the upper bound, and we are done.